Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and this video is going to be covering the developer response kind of thread that was posted by community manager Valkyrie, where they go to the game developers with certain concerns or requests from the community, and then the game devs respond to those requests and questions and stuff, and I'm going to kind of react to it live and have a full rundown for you, so let's get into it. Alrighty, so I've got it popped up here, and if you are curious and want to look this over for yourself, I will link to this forum post down in the video description if you want to check it out and read along or kind of read it besides me talking about it here. So, okay, we've got Hi Raiders. Last week we held a meeting with the game design department representatives and discussed the newest suggestions, requests, and feedback that you guys have provided through various channels daily. Our moderators helped us to create the list of matters that are talked about by the player base frequently, so here go the comments. Alright, number 1. When a clan boss key is given through a daily login reward, deliver it to the inbox, please. Already in plans. That is great, and obviously, this has multiple different facets. Like, sometimes as a daily login reward, you'll get like 500 energy, and it'll go straight to your energy. And like, things like that should always go to your inbox. Let the player have... Sometimes players are, ready to go to bed or something. They don't want to stay on for an hour and a half and spend all their energy or their clan boss keys and stuff. So that stuff, just in general, not just in this case, needs to be going to the inbox for the player to kind of choose when they want to play. All right, number 2. Give something for utilizing duplicates. Okay, that's like a... there should be a whole video or a whole thread about that, but we'll see what we got here. As we announced earlier, we do have an idea of the future that will turn duplicates into benefits. However, this is just an idea yet. While we're working on it, you can use your duplicates in different ways: faction wars, new tournaments, and other new features that will come soon. So this is a little bit disappointing because we kind of heard a long time ago this was in the works, like 6 months ago, and it's still... They're saying it's just an idea. Gosh, that makes me think it's not even coming in 2020. Because if for them to say it's just an idea right now, that means it's nowhere close to being implemented, in my opinion, just going by the wording here. So that is a little bit unfortunate because I think it's arguably the #1 priority in terms of managing, endgame players and keeping them interested in the game, and keeping them invested instead of quitting the game, is figuring out a system about duplicates. So I don't know why it's taking them so long, because you would think it's a win-win. They would want people to spend more money. The people who spend a lot of money are going to have a lot of duplicates, and if you gave them more incentive to spend more money, they would spend even more. So it just seems like a win-win, so I don't know why it's not a priority and why it's taking so long. Alright, number 3, being able to pin up champions. I think this person is referring to the ability to, like, favorite a champion so that it's always at the top of your list. Like, if you want your campaign farmer to always be kind of towards the front of your list, or somebody used for multiple dungeons, or things like that, popular swap ins and outs. I guess that's what this person's saying. Pretty interesting idea, but we have a lot of things marked with higher priority on our list, so we'll leave it for the future. So yeah, cool idea. I wouldn't say it's a super priority, but definitely a good, would be a welcome change to the game, but don't expect it anytime soon. Alright, number 4. Make flat stats more useful, attack, defense. Yeah, so basically on your artifacts, your gloves, your chest, your boots, your banners, your rings, all that type of stuff, flat stats are way, way worse than percentage stats. And in the end game, you basically sell anything that has a flat stat on it. So, the discrepancy between the percentages and the flat stats should be shortened a little bit, is what this person is kind of implying. And the game dev says that is not in our plans. However, we'll keep it in the future. So basically, they're saying nicely, don't expect any changes there. Sorry. All right. Number 5, being able to choose the skills we want to use on auto. This is something I have said behind the scenes since I first started playing Raid. I don't understand how, from a game development standpoint, how it's easier to try and manage this super complex AI system and have each champion with different sets of AI prioritizations that you constantly have to worry about and balance and change, as opposed to just letting the players set the priority. Wouldn't that be so much easier than that? I mean, I'm not a game developer, I'm not a programmer. It just seems like instead of managing the AI of 400 different champions, it would make much more sense to just let the players set the priority, and then you're done. You don't have to balance it, you don't have to do anything. Let the player say, okay, I want priority, 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 don't cast, boom, done. And you don't have to worry about it. So I don't get it why that's not the case, but the game devs say, yes, we do agree it's a good idea, but this feature needs time and resources, which we don't have right now, as we plan to release more content instead of new quality of life features. So basically they're saying they agree it would be a nice addition, but again, don't expect it anytime soon. Okay, number 6, remove a clan boss key after the battle, not before. This is something I've also told them behind the scenes, basically since I started playing. I said the same thing about energy. Deduct it from your pool of energy or from your pool of resources after the battle concludes. And the only pushback I can see from that is you spend energy on a dragon and you're gonna lose, and you see you're gonna lose, so you cancel. Yeah, okay, but you're not getting any rewards from that, so it's not like it's abusable. But I guess you could technically, but yeah, it's a big problem for clan boss because it's such a long battle. Sometimes it's 10, 15, 20 minutes if people are manualing, and during that time, you can have all sorts of things like disconnects and whatever going on. So in the super long battles, it's very important to remove the key at the end of the battle, but one reason they might not want to do this is because when you get people testing out scenarios and testing out clan boss teams, then they could like use a key, run it until the very end of the fight, and then leave and retest it, and that player wouldn't have to spend any money, which I think is a great thing. I think people should be able to test clan boss teams, but I'm talking from Plarium's standpoint. They might be like, we'd rather have people pay for the keys. So again, great idea that I would love to see them do in terms of removing resources at the end of a stage when the rewards are handed out, as similar with a clan boss or an arena fight or anything like that. This would help prevent crashes from screwing over players. But again, cool idea, just don't expect it anytime soon. All right, number 7. Add a mute button in game to someone from the chat. Yeah, that would be great. No problem. We can add this option, but not in the closest releases due to high load. Yeah, so there a lot of times in like global chat channels, there'll be spam bots or people, you know, cussing or acting like an idiot, trolling people, and being able to mute those bots and those trolls would really clean up the global chat channels and be a big quality of life change. So it looks like they are open to do that. Just don't expect it anytime soon. And number 8, add crit rate and crit damage glyphs. At the moment, we don't plan to add these. It could break the current balance of the game. I think crit damage ones would be cool and be okay. Crit rate ones would be a little bit tough because it would basically relegate crit rate gloves useless in the end game. It's already kind of like that. If you have a DPSer and you're in the end game, you almost always, if you're min-maxing your gear, you want crit damage gloves on your damage dealers. So crit rate gloves are already kind of shifting towards not being irrelevant, but being less optimal. And if there was crit rate glyphs, it would make those gearing decisions even easier. So I would be okay with crit damage glyphs though, for sure. I think that would be a fine addition to the game. I don't see how that would like break the balance of anything. But crit rate ones, I could see having a pretty noticeable impact on things. All right, number 9, annoying pop-up when using the champion that is needed for the fusion. Again, that was a good thing they did. Notifying players, hey, you shouldn't sacrifice this one. It's part of a fusion. But I would limit it to the ones that are in the event. Not all of the uncommons for any fusion in the game, like for Relic Keeper and everything. So I would like to see them make that change. But their response is, yes, we see your point there. We'll think about what we can do. And we do realize it's a pressing one. So do expect that change within a couple months. I think that's a fairly easy one they could do for the players there. Number 10, add an in-game library with the definition of all the buffs and debuffs. We've been thinking about it. We will bring something like that in a more enhanced way to the game very soon. Okay, so Plarium usually just says soon. That's kind of the meme revolving around Plarium, but here we get a very soon, so we could be getting some sort of in-game library tutorial with kind of everything in it. There is some stuff like that, but we do need something kind of a little bit more comprehensive, and they say it's coming very soon, so that's interesting. Number 11, add a pop-up suggesting to use the 5 arena tokens from the inbox, which you get for having completed the arena quest when fighting in the arena. We will make this happen, okay? Not a lot to cover there. That's a needed change, and it looks like they're going to do that, so that's good. Number 12, make arena battles more rewarding. For example, get a reward for 100 victories, 10 victories using champions from... Yeah, okay. That's cool. Again, this boils down to something I've talked about extensively, both in videos and behind the scenes, is that there's so many cool things they could do to make the arena more interesting. The possibilities really are endless. It's so much more bland than it should be. And their response is, thanks for the suggestion. We'll think about what we can do here. So I think the arena should be a focus and making it, but I could do a whole 20-minute video about that. But at least they're open to that. All right, so suggestion number 13. Make it possible to get the clan boss keys separately in the inbox. Yes, okay. Like everything else, great deal mix pack. The player does not need all 3 of the keys at once. That is a good one. We will make this happen. Yes. So, like when you buy the mini mix pack, what used to be known as the Conqueror pack, sometimes you get 2 or 3 keys, saying to split those up. Instead of claiming 3 keys, you could claim 1 key 3 different times. And that would definitely be a good change, something that needs to happen, and it looks like it will at some point. All right. Number 14, add something where we can use Great Hall medals after a full upgrade. Yep, that is definitely needed. Some sort of arena store where you can convert arena wins into energy or something, and books, you know, something like that. So definitely this game needs some type of arena store where you can spend arena medals on to get cool stuff, you know, after you've kind of farmed up your Great Hall, or if you want to prioritize something besides your Great Hall that given time. Definitely something needed like that, and it looks like they say that is something we need to think about. Thanks. So again, don't expect that anytime soon, but at least they're open to it. Number 15, receiving champion information when it is in the vault. That is also a pretty interesting idea in itself. However, as we said earlier, we want to concentrate on new content more. That's good. I mean, the game definitely needs more content, and new content. It's been so long since, like, I think Faction Wars, you know, 6 or 7 months ago was the last time we had something like hyped up and new added to the game. We really need the Void Tower, or, you know, new arena stuff, new clan boss. We need new content desperately. So, good idea, good input, and good response. They really do need to be focusing on new content for sure. Number 16, a little red dot in the clan tab when someone applies or leaves the clan. That is great. That's an awesome idea. And game devs seem to agree. They say, no problem, we can do that. So, okay, we can expect that within a few months, it looks like. And yeah, you need some sort of notification for applications, and when someone leaves, it would make clan management a lot easier for the leaders. So that would definitely be good. 17. Make some way to designate between dupes. Yeah, okay. If you have 2 cold arts, label them, you know, okay, we might be able to make this happen. We'll leave it for further consideration. So again, they're open to it, and that's not a bad idea. I would say it's a low on the priority list in terms of other things that need to happen in the game, but it is good input, and it looks like they're open to that. Number 18, have the option to search champions in the index by buff and debuff. That's good, yes. You know, you're always looking for, okay, who are my defense break options, or, you know, my block debuffs, who does that? Yeah, so being able to search the index and have those broken down would be good, and it says they'll think about that. Make it possible to pin up a channel in the in-game chat. What? To pin up a channel in the in-game chat. Okay, this would be a pretty good addition to the game, and we will try to make it come true in the future. However, we cannot promise that we'll be able to make it work out soon. Maybe I'm blanking here. I don't really get number 19. Possible to pin up a channel in the in-game chat. Yeah, I don't really get that. Maybe you want to, like, pin it and have it show. I don't know. You guys can let me know what that one means. I must be kind of being an idiot. I've had a long day, and I'm not really comprehending that one. But anyway, yeah. So I'll link to this post down in the video description if you want to kind of read through it for yourself and kind of stay up to date on everything that's kind of going on in terms of what the community managers have taken to the developers in terms of answering some of the commonly asked questions from the player base. So unfortunately, not a whole lot to go over to wrap up here. It's a lot of, yeah, we're open to that, but don't expect it anytime soon type of stuff. So hopefully I'm going to try to spin this in a positive way. Hopefully that means that they are so focused on introducing new content to the game that these type of quality of life things are on the back burner for a little bit. That's going to be my positivity, you know, outlook on life. So we're going to hope that's what that means. Hopefully it means, you know, new content is really being worked on and is coming to the game soon, because that's definitely the #1 priority in Raid at the moment, in my opinion. So yeah, that's going to do it for this video. And as always, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.